What if a machine could do the work your kidneys can't? Imagine the hiss and click, 3 days a week, 4 hours each time, as your blood leaves your body, is cleaned and returned. This isn't science fiction. For millions, it's the reality of dialysis, and it's a reality that often arrives after a long, silent decline.
Her name was Helen. For 74 years, her hands had been her storytellers. They'd turned the pages of 1,000 library books in her career. As a librarian, they had kneaded dough for her grandchildren's favorite, cinnamon rolls, and most importantly, they had cultivated a garden that was the envy of the neighborhood. Her garden wasn't just a hobby. It was her sanctuary, her pride, her connection to the earth. The primary health struggle that began to rewrite her story wasn't a sudden event, but a slow, creeping fatigue, a weariness that settled deep in her bones, a thief that came for her energy. It was the quiet, insidious advance of chronic kidney disease. Helen had always been defined by her boundless energy. She was the one who could spend a whole day on her knees in the garden, planting and weeding, and still have the energy to host a family dinner. She remembered the satisfying ache in her muscles after a day's work, a testament to a life lived fully. But now, the core joys of her life were being stolen. The simple act of kneeling down to pull a stubborn weed sent a wave of dizziness through her. Visiting her grandkids, which used to be the highlight of her week, now felt like a marathon. The joy was being overshadowed by the bone-deep exhaustion that followed. The diagnosis had hung a shadow over everything, stealing not just her physical strength, but her peace of mind. Every morning, Helen would look out at her garden, a place that once brought her immense joy, and feel a pang of loss. The roses needed pruning, the tomato vines were drooping, but the energy required to tend to them felt insurmountable. It was a constant, frustrating reminder of what she was losing. This wasn't just about physical limitation, it was an erosion of her identity. She was the gardener, the energetic grandma, the woman who could do it all. Who was she, if she couldn't do those things? Each small defeat, each unfinished task, was another victory for the fatigue that was slowly claiming her life. In the quiet of the evening, with the house still and empty, the doctor's words echoed in her mind. He had spoken about stages and monitoring, but one word had landed like a stone in her heart: dialysis. The thought was a cold knot of fear in her stomach. Being tethered to a machine, her life dictated by a hospital schedule, it felt like a prison. In that moment, a devastating thought surfaced, raw and terrifying. Is this it? Is my world going to shrink to the size of this chair? It was the deepest point of her despair, a surrender to the idea that her vibrant life was over. She looked at that little plant, a survivor. It wasn't flashy or demanding, but it was persistent. It held life within its thick leaves, a quiet symbol of resilience. And in that moment, something shifted inside her. The fear didn't vanish, but it was met with a flicker of defiance. She thought, no, I am not a wilted flower. I am a gardener. Gardeners don't give up on things that can still grow. It was a quiet declaration of war against her own despair. She wasn't just going to sit and wait for the disease to take over. She was going to cultivate her own health, just as she had cultivated her garden. Helen started small. She began a journey of discovery, learning about the power of simple, natural things. She found that what she put into her body could either be a burden or a source of strength. It wasn't about a miracle cure. It was about smart, consistent support. She began to reclaim her moments. The morning fatigue started to lift, replaced by a gentle, steady energy. She spent an hour in her garden each day, not with the frantic pace of before, but with a mindful, joyous presence. She wasn't just reclaiming her garden, she was reclaiming herself, one small, deliberate act of self-care at a time. The smile she wore now wasn't just for show. It was the genuine, earned smile of relief and empowerment. Helen's story isn't about a magic pill. It's about a powerful shift in perspective. It's about realizing that while we can't always control a diagnosis, we can control the daily choices that either fight against it or surrender to it. Her journey started with a simple question. What if the tools to protect my most vital organs aren't just in the doctor's office, but right here, in my own kitchen?
It's a powerful question, isn't it? We're often told to manage symptoms with prescriptions, which are critically important, but we're not always told how to build a stronger foundation of health from the ground up, to support our bodies in a way that can make all the difference. What if the common advice to just drink more water is only scratching the surface? What if certain natural drinks packed with specific compounds could offer your kidneys the backup they so desperately need? Over the next few minutes, we're going to explore 8 remarkable natural drinks that can help cleanse and protect your kidneys. We'll start with some foundational habits and build our way up to our number 1 most powerful revelation, a drink whose benefits for one of the biggest threats to your kidneys are so significant, you'll wonder why it isn't talked about every single day. You absolutely must stay until the end, because the final drink we'll reveal directly targets what many experts call kidney enemy number 1, and understanding its power could be a true game-changer in your health journey. If you believe in the power of natural health to support your well-being, go ahead and tap that like button and subscribe to our channel. Let's build this community of health-conscious seniors together. And just a quick important reminder, all the information shared today is for educational purposes. Everyone's health situation is unique, so please consult your doctor or healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your diet or health regimen, especially if you have pre-existing conditions or are on medication. Let's use this knowledge to have informed discussions with them. All right, let's get started. Insight number 8. The gentle hydrator, cucumber juice. Let's begin with a foundational principle, hydration. We all know it's important, but for kidneys on the brink, it's everything. Dehydration forces your kidneys to work overtime, concentrating urine and accelerating damage. But what if your water could do more? This brings us to our first insight, cucumber juice. The conflict here isn't that we don't know water is good, it's that we often see it as a passive player. The problem is that when you're already struggling with kidney function, you need every drop to count. You need hydration that also delivers supportive nutrients without adding strain. Think about this for a moment. Many drinks, even some healthy ones, come with high levels of potassium or sugar, which can be a problem for compromised kidneys. So you're caught in a bind. You need fluids, but the wrong kind can make things worse. To truly grasp how cucumber juice works, let's use an analogy. Imagine your kidneys are a high-tech water filtration plant for a city. Just giving it water is the basic job. But when the filters are a bit old and struggling, you don't just want to send any water through, you want to send clean, soft water that won't clog them further. Cucumber juice is like that clean, soft water. It's about 96% water, so it provides incredible hydration, but it's also packed with vitamins and minerals in a low-potassium, low-sugar package. It gently flushes the system without overburdening it. Therefore, cucumber juice acts as a gentle broom, sweeping waste from your body before it can cause more damage. It hydrates efficiently, supports the filtering process, and may even help dissolve small existing kidney stones due to its high water content and natural compounds. Preparing it is simple. Blend 1 or 2 organic cucumbers with a little water and strain if you wish. It is a refreshing way to provide your kidneys with the superior hydration they need to stay off the path to dialysis. Secret number 7. The toxin flusher apple juice. Let's talk about flushing out the system on a deeper level. Hydration is one thing, but actively helping your kidneys handle toxins is another. The problem is that our bodies are constantly dealing with oxidative stress, an attack on our cells from unstable molecules called free radicals. For dialysis patients, this battle is particularly intense and a major threat to their remaining kidney function. We often think of antioxidants as being for heart health or anti-aging, but their role in protecting our kidney cells is incredibly important. The tension lies in finding a source that is both powerful and gentle. You need something that can neutralize these free radicals without introducing other problems, like excessive sugar. Let's use an analogy here. Imagine your kidney cells are like the pristine walls of a beautiful house. Oxidative stress is like a constant spray of corrosive graffiti. It damages the structure and weakens it over time. The antioxidants in apples are like a special protective coating on those walls. They neutralize the graffiti on contact, preventing it from ever staining or damaging the structure underneath. This is why our 7th insight is apple juice. With its high water content, it helps flush toxins, but more importantly, it delivers powerful compounds like phytochemicals and pectin. Science backs this up. One study found that apple juice decreased the likelihood of forming certain types of kidney stones. For the 10% of Americans who will battle kidney stones, a condition that absolutely increases dialysis risk, this is crucial. Therefore, by regularly consuming fresh apple juice, you're not just hydrating, you're actively defending your kidney cells. The key, however, is moderation and preparation. Store-bought juices are often sugar bombs. Making it fresh at home from organic apples ensures you get all the benefits without the dangerous glucose spike. Secret number 6. The calming protector, celery juice. Next, let's address an issue that's both a cause and a consequence of kidney decline, inflammation and high blood pressure. When your body is in a state of chronic inflammation, every organ suffers, but the delicate filtering units of the kidneys are especially vulnerable. The conflict is that many people reach for over-the-counter anti-inflammatory drugs, which can be notoriously hard on the kidneys. It's a frustrating cycle. You need to reduce inflammation to protect your kidneys, but the common tools to do so can harm them. This is where we need a smarter, more natural approach. Health experts often highlight that hypertension is the second leading cause of kidney failure worldwide. When blood pressure remains high, it's like a constant battering ram against the tiny vessels in your kidneys until they are damaged beyond repair. Imagine your internal systems are like a complex network of pipes. Inflammation is like rust forming inside those pipes. It creates friction, narrows the passage, and puts the whole system under strain. A specific flavonoid in celery, called apigenin, acts like a natural rust inhibitor. It soothes the lining of those pipes, reducing the friction and inflammation. Research suggests this compound can directly protect against kidney damage. Therefore, our 6th insight, celery juice, offers a way to help break this cycle. It's known to help lower blood pressure and reduce cholesterol, supporting kidney function without the side effects of certain medications. While more human research on its cleansing properties is needed, incorporating this low-potassium, nutrient-rich vegetable into your diet is a powerful supportive step. Now, when it comes to a significant dietary change like adding celery juice, it's especially important to approach it with awareness. If you're on blood thinners, you must consult your doctor, as celery contains vitamin K, which affects clotting. For others, starting with a small amount like 100 millinol and seeing how your body responds is a wise approach. Essential habit number 5, the UTI Guardian cranberry juice. Now let's talk about defense. One of the most direct assaults on our kidneys comes from infections. A simple urinary tract infection, UTI, might seem like a minor annoyance, but if it travels upwards to the kidneys, it can cause permanent scarring and a decline in function. Each infection leaves its mark, and over time the road to dialysis gets shorter. The problem is that UTIs are incredibly common, especially for women, and the standard treatment is antibiotics. While necessary, overuse can lead to resistant bacteria, making future infections harder to treat. We need a proactive preventative strategy. Think of your urinary tract wall as a perfectly smooth, non-stick surface. It's designed so that bacteria just slide right past and get flushed out. But certain bacteria, like E. coli, have tiny hooks that allow them to latch on, starting an infection. The special compounds in cranberries, called procyanidins, act like a shield that coats that surface. They essentially disarm the bacteria's hooks, so they can't get a foothold, and are simply washed away before an infection can ever begin. This brings us to essential habit number 5, cranberry juice. Its power to fight UTIs is well known, and it is a critical strategy for protecting kidney tissue from scarring. However, its benefits don't stop there. It also has properties that can help lower blood pressure, another leading cause of kidney destruction. The key is choosing the right kind. Avoid the sugary cranberry cocktails. You need 100% pure, unsweetened juice for these benefits. It's tart, yes, but diluting it with water is a small price to pay for this level of protection. Therefore, a daily glass of pure cranberry juice isn't just a folk remedy. It's a scientifically backed strategy to guard your kidneys against one of their most common and direct threats. Crucial secret number 4 and number 3, the stone breakers, lime and lemon juice. We're now getting into some of the most powerful and targeted strategies. Let's tackle a problem that is not only excruciatingly painful, but also a direct cause of kidney damage: kidney stones. About 1 in 10 people will experience them, and the pain is often compared to childbirth. The conflict is that once you've had one, you're much more likely to have another. These stones are essentially mineral crystals that form in your kidneys. They can grow, block the flow of urine, cause intense pain, and trigger inflammation that damages kidney tissue. This progressive damage is a clear pathway toward kidney failure. So how do we fight back? Let's use a simple analogy. Imagine these mineral crystals are like little bits of sticky Velcro floating around in your urine. On their own, they might not be a problem, but they easily clump together, forming larger and larger masses, the stones. The hero compound in both lemons and limes is citrate. Citrate acts like a special coating that covers those Velcro bits, making them smooth and unable to stick to each other. It actively prevents the crystals from clumping and even helps break down small stones that have already formed. This is why our crucial secrets number 4 and 3 are lime and lemon juice. They are packed with this stone-fighting citrate. A review in the Cochrane database, a gold standard in medical research, confirmed that citrate therapy effectively reduces kidney stone size and formation. Research suggests that consuming the juice of just 2 lemons a day, mixed with water, can significantly raise your urine citrate levels. Therefore, starting your day with a glass of warm lemon water isn't just a trendy detox habit. It's a powerful, evidence-based strategy to protect your kidneys from the physical damage of stone formation. For dialysis patients, who often struggle with constipation, lemon juice also gently stimulates the digestive system, providing relief without harsh laxatives. It's a simple, profound habit. Game-changing hack number 2. The inflammation soother, pineapple juice. We are nearing the top of our list, and this next one addresses a hidden enemy that drives nearly all chronic diseases, including kidney disease, chronic inflammation. For people whose kidneys are already struggling, and especially for those on dialysis, chronic inflammation is a constant smoldering fire that worsens outcomes and accelerates the decline. The challenge is that managing this deep-seated inflammation is difficult. Medications can help, but often come with their own set of side effects, which can be particularly concerning when your kidneys are already compromised. We need a way to cool this internal fire naturally and effectively. To understand this, imagine that inflammation in your kidney tissue is like a persistent sunburn. It's red, it's sensitive, and it prevents the tissue from healing and functioning properly. Most treatments are like trying to cool a sunburn from the outside. But a unique enzyme found in pineapple called bromelain works from the inside. It's a natural anti-inflammatory that selectively targets the compounds causing the burn, soothing the tissue and promoting a healing environment. This brings us to our game-changing hack number 2, pineapple juice. What makes pineapple so special is bromelain. It's so effective that it's used as a meat tenderizer, but in your body, it performs the far more valuable work of easing pain and reducing inflammation. Furthermore, pineapple offers vitamin C and manganese, but it contains lower potassium levels than many other tropical fruits. This is a critical distinction, because as kidney function declines, the body's ability to regulate potassium fails, which can be dangerous. Therefore, pineapple provides vital nutrition and potent anti-inflammatory benefits without the potassium overload, making it a perfect choice for supporting compromised kidneys. The vital truth number 1, the pressure regulator beet juice. And now we've arrived at our number 1 revelation, the vital truth. We saved this for last because it directly combats the single most relentless enemy of kidney health aside from diabetes, high blood pressure. As we've mentioned, hypertension silently and systematically destroys the tiny, fragile blood vessels that your kidneys rely on to filter waste. When these vessels are damaged, function declines, toxins build up, and the path to dialysis becomes terrifyingly clear. The conflict for so many people is the feeling of dependency on medication alone. While essential, the idea that we could actively support our body's own blood pressure regulation systems with something from nature is incredibly empowering. We need a tool that can provide tangible, measurable results. To truly grasp the power of this final drink, let's return to our garden hose analogy. High blood pressure is the nozzle twisted tight, creating intense, damaging force. The secret compound in beets, inorganic nitrate, is the most effective natural substance for gently unscrewing that nozzle. When you consume it, your body converts it into nitric oxide, a miracle molecule that tells the muscles in your blood vessel walls to relax and widen. This dramatically lowers the pressure on the entire system. Our number one vital truth is beet juice. In a clinical study investigating beet juice's effects on adults with kidney disease, the results were clear. It significantly reduced blood pressure by improving blood vessel function. For anyone facing potential kidney failure, this isn't just interesting. It's potentially life-saving news. One glass a day, about 150-200 milliliter, can make a difference. Now, it's important to approach this with knowledge. For those with a history of kidney stones, be aware that beets contain oxalates, so moderation is key. And if you are already on dialysis, a smaller portion of 60 ml can still provide benefits without overloading your fluid intake. Therefore, beet juice stands as our ultimate secret because it offers a direct, powerful, and natural way to fight back against the relentless pressure that destroys kidney function. And there you have it. From the gentle hydration of cucumber juice to the stone-breaking power of lemon, and all the way to the pressure-regulating miracle of beet juice. Each of these 8 drinks is a tool, a way for you to take an active role in protecting the silent, hard-working organs that are so vital to your life. We've covered a lot, from our foundational insight number 8, cucumber juice, building through the UTI-fighting power of cranberries, and the inflammation-soothing secret of pineapple, all the way to our game-changing revelation number 1, beet juice. Each one is a stepping stone to a more vibrant, healthier you. But remember, these drinks are powerful allies, not replacements for medical care. If you have kidney concerns, please continue to work with your healthcare professionals. They can help you incorporate these natural strategies safely into your overall plan. So which of these insights resonated with you the most? Perhaps it was the simplicity of starting your day with lemon water, or maybe the surprising power of beet juice was an eye-opener. Which one are you thinking of trying first? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please share them in the comments below. If you found this journey through these health discoveries valuable, please give this video a thumbs up. It truly helps others in our community find this information. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more powerful strategies tailored for our fantastic community. Until next time, stay informed, stay healthy, and keep thriving.